Hi, this is week 11, example number 4. First way we'll solve this is factoring. So x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. We're going to see what multiplies to negative 5 but adds to negative 4. Those two numbers are negative 5 and 1. So the difference of x and 5 times the sum of x and 1 equals 0. Then we set both of those sets of parentheses equal to 0, so we get x minus 5 equals 0, and x plus 1 equals 0. From there, we solve for x. So in the first equation, we get x equals 5, and then in the second, we get x equals negative 1. The next way we're going to go ahead and solve this is by graphing. So using those two roots that we found in the factoring, I go ahead and make a number line from negative 1 to 5, and then I find that middle point, which is 2. So when x is 2, I'm going to substitute that into my equation. So then I get y equals 2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 5. And then I get y equals 4 minus 8 minus 5. So then y equals negative 9. So when x is 2, y is negative 9. And then I go ahead and plot that point. And then for my extra point, since I know it mirrors it perfectly on the left side that it does the right side, I just find x equals negative 2. So when x equals negative 2, y equals negative 2 squared minus 4 times negative 2 minus 5. So then we get 4 plus 8 minus 5, so y equals 7. So when x is negative 2, y is 7, and then when x is 6, y is also 7. So I go ahead and plot those 2 points and then connect. The next way we're going to go ahead and solve this is by substitution. So x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So we're going to substitute when x equals z plus 2. So we get z plus 2 squared minus 4 times the sum of z plus 2 minus 5 equals 0. When you multiply everything together, you get z squared plus 4z plus 4 minus 4z minus 8 minus 5 equals 0. Once you combine like terms, you get z squared minus 9 equals 0. Then you go ahead and add 9 to both sides. So you get z squared equals 9. Then you're going to go ahead and take the square root on both sides. The square root and square on the left-hand side will cancel out. So then you're left with just z. So you get z equals plus or minus 3. Now you're going to sub z back into x equals z plus 2 to solve for x. So we get x equals 3 plus 2, and then it's x equals 5. And then you get x equals negative 3 plus 2, so x equals negative 1. And once again, those are your two roots. Last way we're going to do it is by completing the square. So we'll go ahead, x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. We're going to add 5 to both sides. So we get x squared minus 4x equals 5. From here, we're going to complete the square. B divided by 2 squared equals negative 4 divided by 2 squared, which is negative 2 squared, which equals 4. So then we're going to go ahead and add 4 to both sides of our equation. So then we get x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 9. And then we'll go ahead and simplify that. And so we get x minus 2 squared equals 9. Then we'll go ahead and take the square root from both sides. And so we get x minus 2 equals plus or minus 3. Add 2 to both sides and you get x equals 5 and x equals negative 1.